So now we are going to talk about the leadership mindset at the present psychology. So now, before we start, let me tell you a quick story about a brilliant manager. Okay, she was, um, 10 years in a game, a very sharp thinker, but every time she stepped into the boardroom, her voice would drop, her shoulders would cave in, and she'd guess herself constantly. She would always question herself. She knew what to say, but her body was saying something completely different. That's when it hit me that most leadership development programs, they teach communication, not presence. And presence has to be magnetic, real, and it doesn't only means the posture. It starts with the mind. You cannot look like a leader until you start thinking like one. And most people don't realize they're showing up physically the way they feel mentally. So it's you've heard a lot of people saying, dress up, look good, take care of yourself physically, smell good, and wear good clothes. So everything matters. So if you are nervous, it's going to show. If you are insecure, if you are not comfortable in your clothing, it is going to show. So because it is all energy, and energy spreads. If you are stressed, your body is going to carry that weight. So before we talk gestures, tone, or movement, we need to fix the foundation. That foundation is your leadership mindset. So we have to understand how you can think like a leader, so that it shows up in your body posture and the way you talk, the way you communicate with people. So leadership presents is not a genetic gift. Okay, it is practiced mindset, and when you build it from the inside out, everything changes. You walk into the rooms with calm confidence. People listen when you speak, even before you say much. You stop overcompensating and start owning your space. Your body language becomes effortless, not something you have to think about. In this lesson, we'll go deep into the psychology of presence, and I'll show you how exactly you can rewire the inner narrative that shapes your body language. And we'll even use ChatGPT to build your leadership identity script. So let us break this down into three powerful steps that form the mental side of your presence game. So the first step is that you have to understand what leadership presence really is. You know what? Most people think leadership presence is the charisma, which is not true. Real presence is made up of three ingredients. So just listen to this. It is gravitas, which means the quiet confidence that you belong. So you do not have to scream, be loud, um, you know, talk anything irrelevant, or be the one who's trying to gather attention via your clothing, or you're laughing. It is about your quiet confidence that you belong. Your communication has to be clear, the delivery has to be compelling, and appearance. When I speak about appearance, it does not mean fashion. You do not have to wear high-end brands. You do not have to, wear something that's out of the box. But it is how you carry yourself. You could just be in the most normal clothing, but still you could appear confident, and people would want to talk to you, listen to you. So when we speak about appearance, it is not about brands. It is not about being overly dressed. And of course, all of these begin with how you see yourself. If you walk in thinking, I hope I don't mess up, they know more than me, and I'm sure I belong here. I'm not sure if I belong here. So guess what? What is going to happen? The body will act accordingly. So what you tell your mind is how you will behave. You're going to shrink, you'll feel nervous, you'll mumble, and then you're going to self-sabotage yourself. So all the hard work, all the background work is a waste now. But if your internal script says, I have earned my seat, I can bring value to the discussion, and let's create impact today, So it is all about what you are feeding in your mind. So behave like a leader. Just feel as if you're walking and people are looking at you. They are wanting to listen what you're going to present. So be that way. Feed your mind positive things about yourself. You have to understand that you are going to create a value in that room, and do not feel that people around they know more, they, because whenever you are in a room you might find someone who knows much than you. That's always going to be there, but the only thing that you carry in a room is your confidence and how you feel about yourself and what you feed your mind. That is going to make all the difference for you. Then your posture, tone, presence is going to be they all align with what you're feeding into your mind. Next, you have to spot the silent saboteurs in your mind. Okay, these are hidden mindset traps I've seen across thousands of professionals. The expert trap: you over explain everything because you feel like you have to prove your intelligence. That is a big concern. When you are in a room, you're not standing in the room to impress anyone. You are there to put your point, prove yourself, and um, be yourself. You do not have to say things to impress the other party, because that shows. If you do not feel something, you're just saying for the sake of saying to impress the other person, it is clearly visible. So when you are over explaining everything because you feel like you have to prove your intelligence, is a big no no. The pleaser trap. Okay, you say yes too much because you fear being direct, because you want to be liked. That's a big misconception. You can never be liked by everyone, because of course you are not a pizza that everybody loves having. So you have to own your point. You might sound rude, arrogant at times. People might think, no, she's so rude, she just said a no to me. But always there is a very calmer and a more professional way to say a no, and you have to learn that. So you do not have to be a pleaser in any room. The perfection trap: nobody is perfect. You wait until every word, slide or plan is flawless before showing up. Okay, so these are the silent killers. But here's a kicker: they shape your body language more than you know. You are constantly seeking approval. Your body will reflect that uncertainty. If you are in a room just um, trying to please the people in the room, uh, trying to show that you are such a good listener, you are saying yes to everything, I'm telling you, not at that moment you will understand what could be the consequences. But then it is showing something, it is showing you as a very weak performer. So know your point, know your worth. When you are in a room, walk like a leader and stand for what you actually believe in. If you are obsessed, you will hesitate. Your hesitation is the death of authority. Awareness is the anecdote. Spot which one you are carrying out right now. So if you are seeking perfection, it is not going to happen. You have to be aware. That's the whole point here. You have to be aware, you have to be yourself, you have to calm your mind, you have to observe before you are speaking. Take your time. You do not have to rush things. Now moving on to the next step is build your inner leadership script with the help of AI. What we can do is you can open ChatGPT if you are already logged in, and you can paste this prompt: act as an executive leadership coach. Ask me 3 questions to help me define my leadership identity and present style. You'll get powerful questions like that's going to help you judge yourself. The questions like what kind of leader do you admire and why. So basically it's going to put you in a spot where you have to answer those questions, and once you start answering those questions, just note it down, and it is going to help you to Master the act of body language. So this is the first step. So what kind of leader do you admire? It could also ask you, when have you felt most in control, most influential? What do you want your team or audience to feel in your presence? So once you answer those questions, just write it down, take your answers and combine them into the leadership identity statement. Also, one more thing, whenever you are preparing a script, you should always say it out loud in front of mirror. That's really going to help you. So before we end this lesson, yes, what I want you to take away from this lesson, you don't build, you have to understand that, you don't build presence by practicing power. You build it by practicing powerful thoughts. So your thought is as important as your body language. So what you tell your mind is how your body is going to respond, how well you look, how polished, how confident you look. It is all in your mind. I'm sure you've heard a lot of social media people ranting about manifestation. You have to manifest. So that's true, actually you have to manifest. When you are alone in a room, you are looking into the mirror, just talk to yourself and just behave as if you are owning the room. If you are working towards a particular goal, if you are working towards a particular award or a particular position in your company, or a particular any state, anything that in your life that you really want, just manifest. And you have to start telling your body, that is actually happening. I am in that position. Yes, I am the CEO of so and so company. I am leading a team. I'm building up a team. I'm the head HR. Start believing. Feed your mind with those thoughts, and it is going to manifest, and it is going to show in your body language. So here's your challenge for today. Identify which mindset trap you are stuck in. Use the ChatGPT prompt to create your leadership identity. Practice saying it before your next meeting or mirror session. So what did we learn? We learned about how to feed your mind with positive thoughts before you are moving into a meeting. If you have a important meeting coming up, you're dressed up, everything is well, you are prepared, just go in. Do not even think for a second that I'm not good enough, I might goof up, something might go wrong, I might be cross-questioned. Of course you could be cross-questioned, that is going to happen. But then now supposedly if you are being questioned and you do not have an answer for that, you have to be confident. You do not have to get nervous. You just have to go up and say that I have not researched on that matter. I will definitely come up with an answer once I research on that topic. Or you can just say politely, sorry, I have no information on this. You do not have to feel nervous. You do not have to lose or spoil the rest of the hard work that you've done when you are in a meeting. Own the room. Be confident about your body. Feed your mind with good thoughts when you are entering a room for a presentation, for a meeting, anything. This is not just about business or your work. It is also about your personal life. So when you are meeting someone important, just own the room. Just be very positive. Think positive. And of course, dress well.